Next boar is another new boar that we have to introduce this fall, or I guess this summer. Boar we call Silly Rabbit. He is the juice burn boar from the draft, sired by Tricked Out on a Never Before sow. We're actually really excited to get this hog in place here, where he fits with that pedigree. I think he's one that having that pedigree is still built like one that it kind of represents what we're trying to accomplish here. He's a hog that's average plus in his frame size. His stoutness of skull is so good. The shape to his blade and chest is excellent. His forerib shape and body cavity and body flesh is excellent, and yet he comes back with a big, stout, square hip and goes to the ground true going away. We think this hog has quite a bit of potential to be used on lots of sows here. We'll fit onto some of our Tarantino daughters for sure, and some of those Jaws daughters, and actually with all of the LL51 daughters we're going to be running through here this time, he fits on some of those as well. We think he is one that, in terms of just bare proportions, stoutness of feature, look, shape, toe quality, all that, everything fits together so good in this hog. We think we've actually got a hold of one that we've got real potential with here. He's a boar that was bought by and is owned with Matt Gross and Jim Southerly here in Ohio. Those guys have both got some good young sows put in place there to try to use, and they're going to utilize this hog quite a bit, and we're going to utilize them quite a bit here as well. So there will be times that semen will be a little more difficult to get in terms of just numbers of doses, but we'll make as much available as possible, and we do think there's a very high ceiling for what this hog can accomplish here at our place.
Well, a boar that as we look through the offering there, with the draft, and this was one that caught your attention quite easily. His pedigree was one that was relevant and had great sows behind it, but he was also one phenotypically that was just dense and stout, and probably of all the crossbred boards offered, we thought was maybe the one that had the most outlier pieces in terms of that denseness of skull and blade and hip and hind leg. And then as we were able to acquire him and get him to the stud and get him used to normal life, this hog we thought just got that much better. He got more comfortable. He grew a little bit, loosened in his skeleton, and that's why we like him. He's loose. He's stout. He's going to be one that makes hogs that are sellable, but yet not too far to where there's still feed and still maturity in these hogs. The hip and hind leg in this one I think is absolutely unique for being that stout and big and still being able to use it the way that he does. He's got the kind of front end that makes elite kind of show barrows. He's got a lot of width between his ears, but yet still attractive and clean in his jawline. This is one that we're going to be excited to use, that we can make sellable little pigs with, and ones that can show early and still have the kind of gas they need to make it to the big shows. And I know in what Mike and I have talked about, we'll be putting this guy in some bred sows and offering him to the public that way as well, with some limited semen availability possible because of how we acquired him. There is going to be bred gilts that are bred to this boar that are available, and I don't know, you look at this boar matched up on a Tarantino bred sow, that could be pretty exciting come later here in the summer. So boar we're excited about, lucky to get him, one that we certainly think's got a place for us.